Alright, hello everybody. Had to leave you waiting there and guessing who the caster might have been, but indeed, it's me, it's Palidore. I don't know why I said it like that, but Palidore, here on the cast, on the cams, and this is VRML Season 2. It's Week 7, and we're getting ready to go with a match between Golden Wind and WURST. But I'm hoping for the best. It's two silver teams here in Master League, both rookie teams. For the most part, see, of course, Samantha Bot in there, who is a very long time player there since the early days, coming back into a competitive play here lately. Kaznaz as well, coming in as a sub, I do believe. But yes, nonetheless, these two teams I'm pressing this season with that silver ranking. You see, WURST been in it for just 6 matches now. This will be their 7th, but just fastly advancing with that 5-1 record. And just doing a very, very good job overall. Now for Golden Wind, also a very nice season for them. 6-8 granted, but the thing is, they've had some very close losses. Do not mistake a losing record for being a losing team necessarily, because they've been really keeping it tight on a lot of these matches. And at least the ones that I've streamed, and they've been fun, they've been entertaining. I'm expecting a lot of the same here as we get ready to go for this first round launch. So, to the Twitch chat, welcome, welcome, one and all. See Cruisin', see Cats, see Mixed Gaming, Steel Skydiver, Mr. Cuckoo, head over there. So, between the last two names I said, a lot of really good goalkeepers here in the Twitch chat today. What up? Up here towards the cloud, though, it's Kaznaz looking up and looking to the side, trying to find Samantha on the pass. Will be caught and then taken back here by Fish Go Swim. I said hi to Aiden VR. What are you talking about? Yes, I did. Going to the bottom of the ramp just now, but that is a save. Aiden, the best. I'm not sure if, I don't know. What do you want me to call you? See, I got names for everyone these days. I got Goalie Goran. I guess that's actually it. Just Goalie Goran. But anyways, over here, we're going for, let's see, a passing play. There is the goalie, Samantha Bot, in the way, but unable to do anything with it. Will be rolled right out to the rebounded hands of Kaznaz. Now, Kaznaz going for a clear right through that tunnel. And does find a successful clear, but will be taken here now by Fish. As Fish gets flopped there on the bottom and dropping right back to Samantha Bot's hands. Samantha trying to find that cross pass. Nice and soft on the hand off, and the play. Fiji almost getting a save, it looks like. But nonetheless, nice passing play there from a Golden Wind. Able to get that disc and get that goal, and it was indeed Kaznaz there, it looks like, who got the benefits of that. All right. Mixed Gaming said, I got to head out. Good luck. Thanks. I'm sure that was for me. Sayoto's there. I said hi to you. We're good. We're great. You're great. Sayotos, the most oast. I don't know. I'm lost today. Go easy here, though. Not lost at all. Found the disc. So lost and found. Up here, they'll work it around off that bounce. Will not find the hands of Kaznaz. Instead, gets knocked out to the midfield. Some people all boosting, stunning, stealing, all the above. That's a lot of S's, but see if they can get that sweet, sweet shot. Some more S's, and will not be in there, I guess, is as they go here for another stun and another steal, maybe. Intercept, that is. Kitty Stub being stunned. How rude to stun out a cat, but nonetheless, it's going to go back to the blue zone. There's some stacked up players coming along here. It's Kaznaz trying to find maybe a cross pass. Never mind, just crossing it over the backboard instead. Go easy, though, stealing it back. So go Steezy, go stealing, and now they've got themselves a 4-point lead for Golden Wind. All right, there we go. Aiden asking when I'm going to add stuff for channel points. I don't know. What stuff do you want added for channel points? Over here will be to the barrier taken by Goheezy. That's going to be a clear and boost at that. Some good regrabs coming through. Golden Wind in position for another one. Going right in with a lot of time to spare. Goheezy back to back. Not going easy at all on WURST. And yeah, to Cuckoo and Steel there. Like I said, when I get those casts in, they do tend to blend together sometimes if I'm streaming a lot in a day. But you know, when I do get really excited for certain plays, those ones will stick in my head. So I definitely remember, like, hey, in that match I got really excited for this person doing that thing. That's how I remember more and more of these thousand-some players we have now. Good problem to have. Like I said, having all these players, but man, there's a lot of matches. Over here, though, trying to match with another goal. WURST just needing to get on the scoreboard here. They dive off. It's will be Fiji taking it back. Had that near save earlier. Now they're trying to go for a play on their own end. Will be Fish go swim. Trying to go stun Kaznaz, and does. So Fish goes stun, got one. And trying to get two, maybe. But it will be Go Easy with the back out to Kaznaz. Kaznaz sending it through. And there's another one. Who's that over there? Was it Fish Go Swim? It was Fish Go Swim. Fish is just brutalizing the orange offense right now with those stuns. Granted, the orange offense here for Golden Wind doing a good job to get that disc back over and over as they will go on over for another play. Off the head, however, now slung instead off that left side. That was tough. Kaznaz might have had that shot, but just went right off his teammate. That said, there's Kaznaz trying to make up for any of those mistakes with a Go Easy, Go Breezy. That was beautiful on that cover, girl. Golden Wind up by 8. And on that note, I'm going to take a sip of my favorite non-sponsored carbonated beverage of choice. There you go. Fish Go Stun. That is very fun to say. Fish Go Fun. Go figure. All right, here we go. Yeah, Cruising calling out that behind the back. We'll be on that. Oh, nice rollout there. Actually, direct pass to himself was Fish. Maybe intentional, maybe not, but it looked clean. Either or, it's going to be sent into the bubble, and recovering it is Go Easy. A lot of time to walk it in, and dumps it home. Nice, nice and gentle with that dunk. Conserving the old energy. And Go Easy may need it just based on this pace that he's got being played thus far in this match. Just goal after goal, going for Easy. He's got 8 of the 10 points. I think Kaznaz had the other 2 that was credited as a self-goal because of a near save. But yeah, a lot of points being put up from Heezy here, and Kaznaz looking to add on to it. So there's Heezy again, little off on that left side. Will give the defense enough chance to recover here. But that said, recovering well is the defense of WURST, so they'll at least knock it loose and try and contest here in the mid lane. But the passing game from Golden Wind, pretty good so far. You know, they're look at that. They're just going for the right passes. Now that one a bit tough on the catch, but still the right play, the right move. WURST trying to take that position and stunning them out here and getting a partial clear, but will not be all the way through. And just back to the mid lane once again. Second Cat saying in the chat there that Heezy always throws the behind the backs, and it's always beautiful. Well, I bet that's why he's a cover girl. But over here towards the midfield, it will be taken by Spider Monkey. And Spider Monkey slinging it over there to Go Easy. So let's see if he goes for it again. Samantha Bot taking it instead. And off that pole, a tough angle, good dive from the defense of WURST. But that said, the grabs again, look at that. Recognizing Kaznaz on the barrier. Go Easy doing some work there on the assist this time. And Kaznaz kind of gift wrapped that one. Will put it home. Good stuff. And gotta, you know, appreciate offenses anytime. These players who are just so good these days of recognizing that they don't have to panic and rush. And it's easy to do in Echo, especially when you're first learning, of course. But it's very easy to be kind of in some congested airspace with a lot of defense nearby and just kind of be panicked into throwing it in any direction with incredible speed and just, you know, slinging it out of there. But you'll see as you rise up the ladder and up the ranks here, the teams, they just get so very good as Go Easy goes another gentle dunk into the goal. But you'll notice they do a good job of just communicating, being aware of how much time they have to spare anytime they're about to grab a disc. You have the call-outs being said in private comms, no doubt, usually telling teammates, you know, if they're... granted, I don't know if every team does it still these days or there's different ones, but at least back in the day, used to be the red, yellow, green calls. Red meaning you have no time to spare before someone's going to be on you. Yellow meaning you have a second or two, and red meaning get rid of it. And usually they'll accompany that by comms, you know, saying red barrier as they go right there from the barrier. Samantha Bot for 2. It's 16 points, the Golden Wind. But yeah, getting those comms out like that, and just that way a player who's trying to dive for a loose disc, they don't have to use the rest of their senses to try and crank their head and see where their teammates are, where the enemies are. If you can rely on your teammates more for those comms to come through, it'll be great and to your benefit. So you know immediately when I get this disc, okay, well, my teammate just called red bow tie, so I know I'm going to have no time to waste, so I'm going to get it, and I'm going to just sling it to bow tie, because that's what they called. So things like that. You gotta love the comms. That said, Fish Go Swim here trying to get some offense working, holding on to it a little long there, and the stack able to come away unbroken. Now will be Belzerk having it stolen there from Heezy, and Heezy getting that clear through the mid zone. And just linking up once again on some of those chains. Fast to the approach will be Heezy, and Heezy winding it around the back and winding it into the goal. not Golden Wind, they're Golden Wind. And they are finding themselves at the 19-point advantage. Just like that. Mip Mippy, this is indeed the Americas. Technically, I know, we still go with, based off habit, we say NA and EU, but more accurately, I guess, the Americas, because it technically can include, players in South America if their pings are conducive. Same with the whole EU situation, right? It's more accurately, it's Europe now, I guess, since it includes people outside of EU. But nonetheless, whatever the case, this is America. And right now, WURST caught slipping up. Just a little bit in the first round. But, again, they've had a successful season thus far. It would not be a surprise to see them coming back in the second round. I know Golden Wind has been here for kind of the whole season. WURST was, at least as a team name, newer entry. They have fewer games played overall. So, still yet, though. Still yet. We got some time. But definitely just a blitz from the side of Orange team as we go to the round one screen. All right. So yeah, Go Heezy with the 13 points. Big numbers, 1 assist, 2 saves. Kaznaz there, a couple points, 3 assists, 20 stuns, very nice. Spider Monkey with a steal, 5 stuns, and Samantha Bot with a couple points and a save and 15 stuns. For the side of oh, by the way, credit 2 extra points to Kaznaz, so actually 4 because of that 1 goal. In fact, I think that one that just appeared a second ago on the highlights. But yes. On the other side, just not able to get the offense going. I mean, Fiji had a few saves in there. Fish, Go Swim, and Kitty had some steals. Fish with also 25 stuns, so that's not surprising at all. We saw probably 4 or 5 of them all in that little play that I was calling at midline about halfway through the match. But nonetheless, not able to really get the offense going too much. Hopefully for them, they can turn it around this second round and make a nice comeback situation of it. Would not be the first time, won't be the last time. And I am not quite on time for this joust, but never you mind, here it goes anyway. We'll be off that corner panel, taken first by Golden Wind, it looks like, maybe. No one really having firm possession yet, but looking like that's about to change. A few missed grabs on that disc and will actually result in the stun, so just that slight mishandling. It only was a half a second, but that was all we really needed for that stack to get back and get here on the offense potentially. Let's see. WURST with a shot attempt, but stolen out there. Saved by Spider Monkey. Well, there's another goalie I remember shouting out for those great defensive plays over the weeks. Spider Monkey and Spiderford, from what I recall. Both the Spiders within this league have been pretty nice on that offensive or defensive line. Now that said, Fish Go Swim with another chance here. So WURST, I mean, they're maintaining possession. They've got a chance at those first points, and that could really be huge for the mentality and the momentum in this latter round here. So let's see. We'll be taken here back again. More mishandling from the side of Golden Wind. So a little bit loose. And on the start for the second round, just not able to really wrangle that disc too much, going for a shot that's a bit off. So the rhythm a bit discombobulated at the moment. I wouldn't say lost, but certainly not the same rhythm we saw them have just 2 minutes ago in the first round. That said, there you go. Fish Go Swim. And a great grab there. We'll go right back to him, it looks like. Now, a slight mishandling on that, however, and we've already seen how punishing that can be for a team if you just miss that first grab. Other players are so fast these days and so on top of it, they'll punish you. That said, still unable to convert as that sails through 1, 2, 3. I think 4 different players all up in a line. Eventually finding it, though, is Fiji. And going right to the mid area as Spider Monkey tries for a clear, but another steal. So, interesting start to the second round. Very different pace and very, very different place. We find that disc inside the goal for WURST here. And that was the best of ways to start. So, for a while there, it was looking just all kinds of unpredictable, 50-50 back and forth, but Fish Go Swim got that one in from deep, and that is a very, very nice way, effective way to start the round. So, good shots, and Kaznaz here trying to roll out, but that's going to just bounce right off the roots. That Geo on that floor. Go Heezy with the angle, but another missed pass. And WURST, trying to get their stack together if they can get there first. I mean, they're doing a good job here to contest and be aggressive, but they really need to punish as well. You know, punish these mistakes, because all of a sudden Golden Wind is not looking like the same team they were, rolling to 19 points in that first round. So if you're worse, you got to take advantage of that, because we know momentum could shift at an instant. It could be right back into Golden Wind's arms, and they could be doing a lot of harm once again before you know it. So definitely, if you're giving these windows of opportunity, WURST just trying to capitalize and doing so thusly. Let's see, Fiji having it stolen there, but punching out Heezy along the way. Same there with Fish. So nice brawling from those two coming out of the bow tie off the backboard, and it flies by for another 3-point hit. Fish goes again. They are absolutely just on point here in this second round. Golden Wind losing a little bit of that wind power. And WURST, well, they brought WURST to Golden Wind in round 2. They're doing some excellent work. Now that said, Golden Wind with a shot here, uncontested goal, that could be exactly what they need to get right back in the groove. So that's going to be tough for WURST. It's going to be good for Golden Wind. You know, sometimes after going scoreless as a team for several minutes consecutively, you'll find all it takes is one easy open goal that you don't have to think about or worry about too much, and that's all it takes to finally settle your team down and just feel good again and get back into that zone. So just got to be a factor here and got to be aware of it. A double stun, a headbutt there from Samantha, nicely done. That said, taking it back is Kaznaz. You saw how immediately on the stack they got back there. Also hi to Charisma Plays over in the Twitch chat. And J-Nub. Now over here trying to go to the cross, but disc is lost. Back to the cloud and slapped out to the midline. There will be a midfielder there, however. That's Spider Monkey just guarding that zone. And now right back again into the blue area as it continues to be contested. Up, down, and all around. Sayotos asking, are there any more games casted here? Yes, in about an hour from now, we'll start with more streams. There's a lot of games being casted tonight. In fact, probably like 6 or 7 of them I think I'm doing, including this one. So you got a lot of games tonight. Don't you worry. We'll have Nightfire joining me for a few of them later on. Now, Bowzerk with the disc in the midfield, going to clear, going for maybe a boost. Not really getting too many regrabs. Might not matter. We'll see. But indeed, it does end up mattering. And I take it back again as I get one more grab. Spider Monkey, kind of a bold shot taken on the goalie there. Always tough to get it through. Especially when it's against some talented goalkeepers like that. So just like that, Kaznaz will punish and turn it into only a 2-point deficit now for Golden Wind. So those are the things you have to be careful, because it was a good opportunity for WURST, but 3-point shots on goalies, a bit risky. Now, granted, the placement was pretty good on the shot there. If I'm not goldfish brained and forgetting, I'm pretty sure that was a good shot on the feet. But at the same time, it's just calculating the risk and thinking, okay, well, we have a 4-point lead. There's 4.5 minutes left. Do we need to take a risky play, or should we take a controlled, higher percentage one? And in those particular cases, the controlled one's where you want to go, because otherwise, if it turns around against your favor, you're going to get stuff like this, where Golden Wind scores twice in a row and ties it up, and all of a sudden, the nice lead that you had once upon a time is now just nullified completely. And now you're basically 0-0 with a third of the match remaining, potentially. So for WURST, needing to come back here and try and calculate some efficient joust and, I should say, efficient offenses where, they just try not to rush too much. Now that one's just going to fly into Spider Monkey's arms. Because now you do see that momentum shift starting to happen for Golden Wind, where they are getting to that disc first. They are getting some of these open shots and open dunk-ins and such. And that's what brought them so much success in the first round. So if nothing else, you definitely don't want them to have that first round feeling again, as that nearly goes in once and twice. We'll be taken here from Fish, though, and sent through the tunnel. Heezy and Kaznaz trying to link up, just the same. Kitty and Fiji. A lot of these boosts coming through, but unable to really link and get those regrabs in time. So Golden Wind will find the disc. Some contests coming in there on the disc holder, and a good intercept here from Fiji. So nicely read in the lanes. Being aggressive with it. Fiji now having it stolen by Kaznaz, though. So you see immediately the teams all looking for their grabs, their boosts, as that shot nearly goes in as well. That'll be taken there and sent out by Fish. Good recognition as well, finding Fiji. So Fiji hurries here, could have a chance, but now the time is passing. Not the worst idea by any stretch as they go for a backboarded play. And look at that 2-point hit from Fish Go Swim. That is the second or third time this round that Fish has scored. Indeed, there you go, all 8 points being scored by Fish. And a wise choice, honestly, by Fiji. The lane was there briefly for maybe a 3-point shot, but it wasn't as if he had all the time in the world. There was a stack coming through, and if the shot wasn't solid and confident enough that it was a for sure thing, what do? They took a higher percentage play there, and they still got it in. And that's what matters, especially with under 2 minutes left. I mean, 2 points or 3 points, any score will matter heavily as long as it's a high percentage one. And there you go. Will be Kitty Stub now for WURST with that disc, going to pass it off to the mid lane. Taken back by Bowser over to the ramp. That'll bounce right to the waiting hands of Spider. Spider sending it over to Goheezy, and Goheezy back through the tunnel again. So once more, game of boost. It's all dependent on who gets those regrabs and gets the better of it, but every single grab is going to be all the more important here in the final minute. So Kaznaz taking that away, going for a ceiling shot perhaps. That's going to bounce pretty close, but be snagged out, and Equinox there, sending it over to the other side, and fortunately his teammate was able to recover. So that's going to be a deep one snagged by Spider Monkey. With less than 50 seconds in the game at this point, they're going to need to start bringing it up the floor and aggressively here. Obviously don't want to give up a goal, but WURST is in a position where if they get that disc back, they could very much can start stalling here, draining a little bit of clock, recognizing they have the lead and they don't need to force a shot. Now if it's there, by all means take it. But otherwise, they can just hold it in the mid lane for a few seconds here, which is what they're doing. And they can carry this into a third round victory. Barring a unforced turnover. Now it's going to be taken here by Goheezy. So now at this point, make sure you just don't give up any threes and get back into the goal. And they do actually have a goalie way deep there in the back. Didn't even see him at first. So wise move there. And no matter what, there you go. We're going to go, it looks like, to a third round. And WURST coming back. And there you go. From the depths of despair in round one, 19-0 favoring Golden Wind. They turned it into an 8-6 victory in round two. So that is extremely well done from WURST. They absolutely brought it back in a situation where a lot of teams would kind of collapse and crumble. It's easy to get super discouraged after a first round scoring total like we saw, but not for WURST. Because for better or for worse, they were indeed better in round two. So anyone's game. See Andy W in there saying hi to Cruisin', and I'm saying hi to Andy. I already said hi to Cruisin', but I'll say hi to Cruisin' again. I'm just having myself an old Dr. Pep right now. My old non-sponsored carbonated beverage of choice. You know the one. Life's good. Be even better if I was sponsored, but it's still good. But somehow sponsorship makes it taste even sweeter. How's that possible? But, yeah, with the second round in the books, impressive efforts coming in, no doubt. From the side of WURST, especially from Fish. I mean, Fish had those 2 3-point shots. It started off with that bounce shot from around half court. And that was all they needed to just keep it going. Coming out with that second round. So, that said, round 3 about to be underway. And yeah, Andy saying, gotta get me that sponsor one day. I'm pretty confident. Right there, looking confident, probably feeling confident, is the side of WURST, because they've just been, again, turning it up here over the last several minutes, over that last round. They've got themselves a 3-on-1 advantage at that. And look at it. It's a 2-point lead to start off for WURST. Gotta say, I'm very impressed just with that comeback. Again, it's not an easy thing to do. I think for Golden Wind, though, that you did see they started getting it back together in a spurt there about halfway through the round. I think about 3:33, right? I said there was 1/3 of the round left, and then Golden Wind made that run to tie it up. So, it wasn't that long ago that we've seen some scores from Golden Wind. It's just a matter of finding that rhythm once again, or I guess in other words, finding their second wind. so they can get their second win on this series. Now, Samantha Bot will take it over at the wedge. Neat in the chat saying hello and hello. How's it going, Neat? Welcome to it. I think I'm streaming you soon, right? Pretty sure. As that one goes for the bowling ball shot right off that ramp and up on the ceiling now, where Samantha Bot awaits it, sends it, clears it, but intercepts it. It's Kitty. See Defoliate Rex as well. Welcome. Over there, it's going to be on the edge of the double. Fish goes swim, trying to dolphin dive. Apparently, this fish thought it was a dolphin, but nonetheless, it did not go the way that he wanted. Will be grabbed here by a speedy Kaznaz, but couldn't get it into the goal. So Fish goes swim, will go for a clear. And there's a three-man chain there, just linking all across the arena, right down the floor with some speed. Grabbing it is Kaz again. Neat saying you're going to prepare for your match. Oh yeah, by all means. Don't let me keep you. Good luck and have fun. Or else. But over to the back line, this bottom pocket will be taken by Fish. Fish has a bit of time to work with. There's a stack approaching, but the stack, obviously a priority. They don't want to get stunned and left out. Otherwise, you get the results where you have these one-on-one situations with a goal. Now, that said, it was a nice dive from Spider Monkey, able to save that play and just nullify those efforts. But WURST doing a good job to kind of get themselves open goals and one-on-ones with the goalie by dragging out that defense. That said, a good job from Golden Wind to get there fast. Now, in round one, those stacks from Golden Wind were getting there with a lot of time to spare. They had several of these open walk-in dunk goals. But WURST has done a much better job now in these latter rounds as holding on for the disc and will be Fish Go Swim. But yeah, WURST has done a better job getting their stacks a bit faster, and even if the goal is uncovered for a second, usually WURST does get back in time to start contesting that or contesting the QB. So nice adjustments being made on multiple ends there. Now at the moment will be Golden Wind with the disc with possession here, trying to get their first couple points of this round. And going for a pass, missing the anchor maybe. Kind of left it awkwardly, but instead Kaznaz, the recovery. So playing some cleanup off of that backboard grab, and Kaznaz getting it done to tie it up at 2.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
All right, so with that blazing first round just turned into kind of a lower scoring second, and so far lower scoring third round. A really interesting change of pace, but that's what you're going to often find in the context of any given Echo Arena match. You know, whether round to round, minute to minute, they can always change just depending on players' moods, rhythms, how tired they are, and hot hands that develop over the course. Not to mention just the adjustments, which have been very clearly made from WURST, as they're going to go for that really long shot. Could have been good had it not been for Spider in the lane. Maybe Spider in the drain? I think that's a song, but over there it's Bowser, sorry, with a disc, and finds a bow tie pass. Trying to bounce it up and almost into the hands of VG. That would have been really clean, call it a squeegee, but nonetheless, up on the ceiling, one more recovery, and that's going to be flung into the goal. Spider Monkey almost getting a grab, so near save, but will be converted nonetheless from WURST.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so on this grab will be launched out, and this being had by Kaznaz here. Kaz going up for a bounce attempt. That's going to go almost in the goal there. Interesting bounce attempt, but rebounded, and now it's stolen, stealed, saved by Fiji. It was one of the three. Steal or save. When I'm excited, I just say both sometimes. But exciting plays there, and a great grab. So 4:47 remaining here in round 3. And every one of those big plays are becoming more and more clutch at this point, clutch situations, because especially in lower scoring games, as I often do say, when you get this kind of pace, that means every save and every single goal, individual goal, will actually matter a lot more in this context, just because otherwise these teams having a hard time getting the scores against each other at the moment. So every play is going to matter. Every stack like that one is going to matter. So speed again coming in from Golden Wind, the wind behind their sails. Now pass eventually reaching Samantha in the tunnel area as Fish Goes Swim tries to collect it. Go Heezy though, gets the disc. and tries to get some separation, just enough to maybe find a pass. A nice one, in fact, over to Samantha Bots. Oh, but not fighting the shot. So, as I said, every single play, big or small, will matter all the more, especially those ones which almost a good passing play. And they're going to want to take that back if they can, and they just might. Samantha Bot, though, getting stunned by the might of Bowzerk. That's going to sail right off the corner, but once more, Golden Wind just ever fast on the approach. So as it does careen back into the blue zone, taking a nice leech there was Bowzerk. Good job to maintain the mobility while still being disciplined enough to not go for the stun. Now that gets players in trouble sometimes when you go for those unneeded stuns, where you have a mid-air player kind of baiting you into it and then leaving you stranded. That said, being stranded there into the shot was Fish. They're trying to collect it over there on the side wall. A bit of a pile forming. I guess a school of fish there in the midline now, but will be flung deep into the back. And that said, their goalkeeper way in the back there, Fish Equinox. And that is just going to be a back pass that goes into the shot attempt from Go Easy. And Golden Wind tying it up. So the reset idea, not a bad idea, back passing, but more so, definitely when you're on offense, a lot of the times you're going to want to bring your goalkeepers up into the midfield. You know, give yourself available options, even if it's the deep midfield. So even if you're playing like way in the opposite bow tie, just putting yourself in an area where it's easier for your teammates to pass to you, to back pass and reset the disc. Because otherwise, if you just leave your teammates, you know, 3 in the front and then you way in the back, yeah, it's just basically you're giving them no options and to reset to, and then it enables these goals to unfold. And it is one of those situations you see teams, you know, as they gain more experience, both individually and, you know, team chemistry-wise, you see it tend to peter off at the upper ranks and whatnot. But just kind of those situations, I think a whole lot of teams at first did the same kind of things, where they're very rigid in the positionings they want to play, you know, where it's super dedicated goalie, super, you know, dedicated midfielder or dedicated striker, or someone's always going to be here, and here. But in the context of Echo Arena, you'll find that few things ever go perfectly according to plan or position. Sometimes, especially as you get more and more advanced, you definitely have to rotate and find yourself switching off in different positions and anchors, just depending on what the situation gives you. But that said, going to the back line on that clear will be Kaznaz actually taking it back. So from this upper corner, just trying to maneuver around. 1 minute, 9 seconds remaining. Once more, every score going to be so very vital. Every save vital. Every misplay vital. This is the time to basically claim who's going to win this game. That shots will not do it, as Fiji Equinox gets a very important grab, and the clear will bounce right back into his awaiting hands, or Kitty's actually. So into the paws of Kitty as they get the clear. But no boost coming yet, so a little bit faster, actually a lot bit faster on the approach was Golden Wind. They'll get that disc back and send it to the midfield. Getting back there, though, and diving out of the goal will be Fiji. Now Fiji trying for that pass over to Fish. Fish from the mid lane will go right off the bottom of the ramp. That's going to bounce high and then bounce to the corner. Now, meanwhile, a Stack's approaching there. Might have a chance at a game winner. Could it be? Absolutely! It's Worst! And it's Fish Go Swim, saying Fish, go home. They went and they got the goal for the lead. Not only the lead, but for the victory. It's round 3, the hands of Worst. And they brought it tonight. Big comeback, big comeback there for Worst. Going 19-0 in that first match, that first round, and then bringing it back to reverse sweep like they did. Very impressive and exciting finish there. Big game winner from what was a big score across this entire match. Fish Go Swim. It was him who led that second round comeback with those 2 3-pointers to start it off, and just been rolling ever since. And then, of course, the shots, none more important than the game winner at the end. So just incredible job there. And reading the stats for you, it was Fish Go Swim with 10 points, 7 saves, 2 steals, 64 stuns. You had Bowzerk with an assist, a steal, 21 stuns. Fiji Equinox with 2 points, 1 assist, 7 saves, 22 stuns. And for Kitty Stub, 1 save and 2 steals and 7 stuns. But mighty big stat line. MVP certainly for WURST, going to Fishco Swim with that incredible stat sheet. I mean, points, saves, and stuns especially. Ridiculous. Meanwhile, for Golden Wind, it was Go Heezy. I mean, clear MVP of Golden Wind there with, 17 points, 1 assist, 4 saves, 5 steals, and 24 stuns. Another incredible stat line. Kaznaz, not too shabby in his own right. Look at that. 8 points, 4 assists, 1 save, 6 steals, and 59 stuns. You had Spider Monkey with 1 assist, 8 saves, 1 steal, and 19 stuns. And then Samantha Bot with 2 points, 2 saves, and 49 stuns. There are some major stat lines from multiple players on both of these teams. So many saves. Big save numbers, big steal numbers, big stun numbers, basically, for a handful of these players. Entertaining to watch. But yeah, just at the end of the day, technical Rex pointing out the possession time and the shots taken. But if nothing else, I think that's even more of a testament to why WURST would deserve a victory. Because normally, a team who gets more shot attempts and gets more possession time, normally most of the time they will win. But in this case, it just means that WURST, they made more out of less, which I think is a testament to what they did here today. If you can get more points and be more effective in a lower amount of time holding that disc and a lower amount of shots taken, that just means you are more efficient, right? So WURST doing a great job there, absolutely, to come back and just have a excellent match. But that said, that will be the match for at least now. We do have another one in about 22 minutes. Which will be, let's see, Magnersha, that's right, versus Phoenix. And that's going to be at the top of the hour, about 22 minutes away. Jake asking, are there any more other games today? Aside of that one, yeah, a lot of them. A lot of them. In fact, the one that's starting in 20 minutes will actually kick off 3 matches in a row here on Channel 1, I believe. Yeah, so Magnersha versus Phoenix, that's in 20 minutes, 21 minutes. Directly after that will be High Ping versus Space Monkeys. And directly after that will be Barrage versus Outlaws. So you got 3 in a row. Between that, there will be about half an hour break. And then we're doing 3 more matches in a row. Somebody go get me some water. Or call Dr. Pepper and have him deliver. A lot of stuff coming up. So do stay tuned. I'll be broken one way or the other by the end of today. And I look forward to it. All right, so until then, be happy, healthy, safe, and be good to each other. And I'll see you again really, really soon.